Do you want to know what's going to happen to property prices in 2025? Well, as is tradition over here at FIDI, we're going to be looking at the expected property price changes in 2025. Subscribe to FIDI and support the channel as we look to broaden our content range this year. In order to look ahead to 2025, we first have to take a step back and examine 2024. At the end of 2024, the national median household value stood at about $803,000. New Zealand's median household value dropped by about $32,000. This is 3.9% lower than a year ago. This is also a 17% decrease from the post-COVID peak in the housing market. And so many are asking, is the current downward trend going to continue in the property market this year? Well, top financial institutions of both Australia and New Zealand don't seem to think so. With quite an aggressive prediction, ASB Bank have predicted an increase in the property market of around 11% in 2025. Bear in mind, this would be about double the average property price increase in any given year. ANZ Bank, on the other hand, have come in with a bit more of a conservative prediction. ANZ have been more cautious about the rise in property price and see about a 6% gain in property price in 2025. Banks such as Westpac or BNZ have predicted about 8.26% and 6.5% respectively. Interestingly enough, no major financial institution has predicted any less than a 6% rise in property price this year. This being the case makes property an interesting and extremely viable investment this year. Bear in mind, the stock market is showing major signs of being incredibly overvalued. Think about it this way: a capital gain on the average property price increase of 6% would net the investor about $48,000 this year. And so, should you invest in property in 2025? This is a question that likely depends on your circumstances and affordability. However, when you keep in mind a key metric by the OPEZ partners and the use of the REINZ house price data for as far back as 1992, there's evidence that based on the trend of property price increase, property is actually undervalued and should be bucking the trend in terms of getting above the average property price growth in 2025.